Stéphane, we heard there from Edouard Philippe. Did he say exactly what measures the government would be doing to address, this frustration of the people?
No, he was very vague. Actually, he didn't give any indications. That's also because President Emmanuel Macron will present detailed plans probably next week, maybe the week after. So the French Prime Minister didn't want to talk before the French President. But of course, the question is, what taxes? He said that we have to cut taxes much more quicker, that not listening to the demands for lower taxes would be a fatal mistake. But then, well, maybe it's about the income tax. But if you look at the numbers, it's quite complicated to understand how the Prime Minister would like to achieve that. More than half of the working people in France do not pay any income tax at all. And those who do pay a lot less than the countries around France. So they actually, contrary to popular belief, they already pay pretty low income taxes. Then there's another option to abolish VAT on certain products. But according to economists, that's not very effective to increase purchasing power. So many questions after this presentation, which was actually the conclusion of the 2-month period of grand national debates, as they're called here in France, all around the country as a reaction to the protests of the Yellow Vests.
Briefly, Stéphane, that some have described, this grand débat as Emmanuel Macron's way of giving the nation a câlin, or as the French say, a hug to the people. But, was that sort of embrace returned? Was it, how widespread, what sort of audiences turned up?
Well, if we have to believe the popularity ratings, which are very often held here in France, then actually the national debates did some good to Emmanuel Macron. He was pretty unpopular during the protests at the beginning of the Yellow Vests, but now in the last 2 months, when he started participating in these debates all around the country, he has become more popular than before. So it has done him absolutely a favor, these debates. But then again, the Yellow Vests themselves, they are really not very happy with the announcements today by the French government. So they will probably continue their protests, and this weekend again, next Saturday, they will continue again. They will take to the streets for the 21st consecutive week in a row. So almost a half a year that this is now lasting, and still the French government has no concrete answers to all the complaints in the French society.